All right, welcome to the Postgame. I'm Drue, Aman, Traxler. I think if you're in this arena tonight, I think you got your money's worth, to say the least. We'll start with the women's game. The women lost 78-71. That's the first time they lost to NDSU in 10 games. The second time they've lost in this building against some big opponent. And I think it's kind of an incriminating loss because, again, NDSU had athletic, good guards, one who's on the list for the top point guard in the nation. And I think that once again they were kind of exposed when you have a point guard who's quick and who can shoot. And that was one facet of the game that I think ultimately cost them. What else?
I mean, they had the complete package at guard, and SDSU had no answer. They could not stop them really at all. And SDSU had the advantage inside with Sunderberg. She had 20 points, but I just think they didn't go there enough, and they really got exploited. And they closed it close at the end, and they show that chance where they might make a move and the crowd gets into it, and then it doesn't happen, and NDSU just pulls away.
Yeah, but you're right. And I was impressed with NDSU's toughness. It was a loud crowd tonight. Women's basketball, you just don't see that kind of atmosphere very often. And NDSU was unfazed, essentially. And as for SDSU, what comes down to toughness, I don't like to get into intangibles too often. It's a tangible game that's predicated on rebounding and scoring points. Toughness, it's important, but it's a little secondary, and I question if this team kind of has it right now.
Right. They didn't pass the eye test tonight. They just didn't look like they were going to win the game. I mean, even when NDSU pulled away for good after it was tied, they just didn't get that idea that they were going to come back.
Yeah, NDSU was 3-4 in the season now without loss. Moving on to the men's game, NDSU once again beats SDSU 82-75 tonight. There was offense. There were stops, but were there a series of stops on either side of the ball? No. This was a game that was decided on the offensive rebound. NDSU had that all night. They had 55 rebounds as a team, and they had 25 offensive rebounds, just offensive rebounds, and it's absolutely crazy. And the athleticism. Trayvon Wright is a new kid who came in, and I haven't seen an athlete like that in this building. And there's some good athletes in this conference, and it was absolutely astounding. It just some absolute highlight plays. I was continually impressed. So many dunks. Moss had dunks, Wright had dunks, but again, NDSU, when they needed something to happen, they had it happen tonight.
Yeah, I mean they jumped out of the gym and they SDSU on the boards. They were much more physical, and they played like it, and they shut everyone except Walters down. And I think that was Walters has 36, but no one else really did much, and that was certainly key to the victory.
Just an aside here, just to get off the game a little bit. These two teams, Saul Phillips and his coach was talking about how these teams are on the rise, but if you watch the NDSU SDSU game from last season at Frost Arena, and then switch to tape of this game, it looks like a completely different level, a completely different league. Both these teams are so much better than they were last year. I was incredibly impressed by NDSU just about every area of the game. They rebound, they're gritty, they're tough. I mean, they can make shots. They got good guards. They got Eric Carlson, who's kind of a leader for them, and then they got Trayvon Wright, who has to be the best athlete in the summer. And it's really impressive. And people think, if they can't beat NDSU, they can't beat NDSU. Woe is me. But I kind of look at it as NDSU's a really good team, and that's just as SDSU just lost to a really good team tonight. A team that I think they can beat again.
Yeah, I think so. NDSU got round one. I mean, I think that's the only way to look at it. And SDSU didn't play terrible, they just didn't rebound well. I mean, they didn't make shots like they usually do, and that's what led to the loss. I thought NDSU is just a really good team. I think they showed that tonight, and it'll be very interesting to see how the matchup at the end of the year comes out and where both teams are at when it comes to that. Because I think these are two teams that have the potential to be right there at the end, and it could get very interesting. I thought, well, like you said, the newcomer is really good for NDSU, and they showed tonight.
Yeah,
I thought they were really good.
Absolutely. I think these are two teams that I think are going to win a lot of games over the course of the season. If you're an SDSU fan, be sad you lost another game, NDSU, whatever. But I think you have to look at this from another angle and see the quality of basketball I thought was played tonight.
Really good.
From both sides. Just an absolutely fantastic game to watch. Highlight plays, and what could have been a legendary Nate Walters performance. Had SSU, came back and pulled it out. But I mean, you got your money's worth tonight. I think it's the end message here. But yeah, SSU loses their first game of the year. Moves to 6-1. NDSU moves to 5-3. 1-0 in the Summit League, 0-1 in the Summit League. So thanks for tuning in. For everybody who was on the collision blogging and so forth. Yes, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Keep it up. We'll be back, I think Wednesday. So check us out at sdsucollision.com. Thanks for being here.